Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to our this series of videos in which we are showing you how you can use Microsoft Access as a backend of your front-end application developed in Microsoft Excel, and you have a dashboard. This is the front end you are seeing on the screen. This is a simple Microsoft Excel worksheet, and what it is doing is that it is based on this button click. It is going to connect you with the database which is in Microsoft Access. All the data is there, and on the basis of your selection of the user, there will be multiple users. Inshallah, you will see here we have made a provision here that this is a button which will be used to create a new user account, and you will be having more users listed in this drop down. At the moment, we have only one yes user, and we when we click go, then it does not allow because you have today is 15, and uh, anything after the 14 is not allowed, right? So in order for you to be able to record your performance of backlog clearance of your activity, daily activity, you got to wait until this date becomes yesterday before, because anything after yesterday, the date higher than yesterday will be restricted. So this is how we have made the ground rule. And what is the reason of it? Means we just want to, we do not want a post-dated attempt of entry, right? A user should take care of the backlog clearance, and that is, of course, until yesterday, maximum, not today. Today, if you have done something, that is going to be recorded tomorrow, right? Okay. So in our previous video, we showed you that you can perform a certain activity as, for example, you have performed on 14. Yes, for these dates. Due dates were 24th of August, 1978. Let's put this, and just for recapping, we are recapping that how to unperform, how to mark it, the unperform of that these are not performed, although these are performed. And if you want them to be marked as not performed, then you will put these two dates and for this user, so it will make an SQL, and on the basis of that SQL, these records which are at the moment marked as performed, they will be unperformed. So when you click in here, so it will caution you that you are ready to unperform marking for the following period, 24th of August till 28th of August, right? And you click OK. So all are unperformed, right? Now, if you want to perform them, then you will see the 14 will appear automatically because that was unperformed. That's why it is until 14. Yeah, so 14 is allowed because it is yesterday, right? So ready to add 5 records, you say yes. So it has been added, and you have. So this was the recap. We did it yesterday, and all the figures are being updated, and these are uh, calculated. This calculation is done, right? The next thing we want to work on is that creation of a new user account. Yeah, new user account. For this, we have added a text box here and assign it to a macro, so it has become uh, uh, executable, right? It's a button. So because this is where it is being executed, right? So what we do is when you click on in here, so it it gives you the message. This dialog box that is titled as create a new user account. Okay, so let's start with an erroneous data, because a data which is already in the database. If you attempt to make another user with the same name which has already been assigned, then what would happen? As soon as you click here, as soon as you leave this box, means it is updated. So what would happen? So it is saying that it is going to display you this message, username already exists, and is that. Okay, so I put a breakpoint, that's why it has come in here. So let's remove it, and you see. So it is showing you that username already exists. Okay. At the same time, it will restrict this button add user. You are not able to add the user because this is disabled, right? So you got to change it. You got to make a change. If there are two Amjad Mahmoud, or if you have got some different name, right? Some different surname, say Maksud works, okay. Then if when you update it, when you leave this, then it is going to accept it, right? And it has generated a user ID as well. And so how it is being done? So let's go and see the VBA code. We have created a form. You create the form by inserting a form. When you insert a form, so such a form will come with a blank. And then using these tools, you make these controls, right? I have used this text box. These are the text box. Each text box is named properly so that it can be used in our coding, right? Each text box is used like this. Each text box has its own property. To go to see the property, if you are not able to get the property, press F4, click on the cloud, on the control which you have done, click on it, you will see that this is selected. Now press F4, so this will bring this in front of you, right? This is the property window, right? So there are the three things which are basically needed at the moment. And when you are going to start the performing of the activities or prayers, right? So it is not the date of birth, because soon after the day getting at the birth time, you are not able to perform any prayer. So you got to be of age something 13 or 14 or 15 years old, right? Depending upon your means you have to see. For female, maybe it is younger than 12 or 13 years, but for male, it is 14 or 15 years. You have to check it with your uh, yeah, with ulama, with the scholars. And for those who are using it for any other purpose, you can take it as a starting date of for the mandatory activities, whatever it is. We are using it for prayers. You can use it for any of the daily activities you might have to perform, like exercises or certain exercises which you got to do on daily basis. And if you miss it, then there is a backlog which you have to clear, right? So there are certain tests in laboratories which are to be done on daily basis. If you miss them, then you need to do some other activities to perform it again or something else, right? So in such a scenario, you can use this application, right? So so we have created this form, and in which we, using this toolbox, we have used, we have designed this form, and these are the controls have been in place. When we do the double click, so it takes you to the code. In the code, you write these codes. The first thing you do is to set up your database location and the connection to the database, and then a command object, a record set object, etc. And then you start writing the code logic, right? So we have shown you that how to create the form and how you can run it, right? For running it, all you need to do is click on this object. As soon as you click it, the form gets because in it there is a command show that calls this form. Then it types the name of the form. Yeah, you add user form, and then you put a dot and then say show. So that is why it is showing, right? If you go to the code, let me take you to the code and show you where is it. Here it is. This is the form new user dot show. Yeah. So this is here where it is, as you can see. Yeah, only this command is on the back of that code, that object. This is which is executing only one form command, that is form.show. The the and then the next procedure is that as soon as you enter something, then it checks whether such a name is already entered. If it has already entered, let's say Amjad, say space Mahmoud. Yes, it is already entered, so it should give you the message user name already exists. How it reaches to this conclusion, and we show you that when you change it, so this is the procedure which is before update of this username. Okay, so what it does, it sets up the connection to the database, and then it queries. It passes a SQL command that select star from users where username is equal to the username. Since Amjad Mahmood was the name already entered, so that's why. So that is what it is saying, that if not end of file of this, it means it has found some object, some records. So that's why it is saying that message box username already exists. And then proceed is made false, and button of the add user is false, etc. Finish, right? And if you make a change, let's let's run it again. And if you make a change, instead of Amjad Mahmoud, you say Amjad Maqbool. This is a different name, right? As soon as you click in here, then it is going to generate the user ID. But again, the user ID has to be unique. This user ID is wrong. So we have to correct it so that it instead of there are two Amjad. One is Amjad Mahmoud, the other is Amjad Maqbool, right? So so for Amjad Maqbool, it should auto generate to Amjad 0002, not 1, right? Because this is the user ID auto generated. So this error is going to be corrected. Inshallah, we will show you in our next video. Thank you very much for watching.